Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a beautiful Asian pumpkin dip. It's really simple, but the flavours are really well balanced and it's always a crowd pleaser. I'm going to use today some Lakota pumpkin, which is an heirloom variety of pumpkin, but you could use any pumpkin for this dip. It will still work beautifully well. So the first thing we need to do is get our pumpkin roasting. We're going to roast all of that up first. Just need a lined baking tray. I'm going to scoop the seeds out first of all. So when you're preparing pumpkin, just always take care that you make sure your knife is always heading towards the board. You do need a bit of force to get through pumpkin, so we really want to make sure we keep ourselves safe while we're doing it. And if you're new to chopping, if your knife skills are still developing, as is the case with many of my students, get an adult to help you. Now we only need about 500 grams of pumpkin for this one, so I think this amount here is going to be enough. Okay, we'll pop that into the oven to roast. Okay, while the pumpkin is roasting, let's get our other ingredients ready. So we need a clove of garlic. Let's chop the end off, give it a squash, being careful of the sharp part of the blade. And finely chop. There's our garlic done, and we'll prepare some ginger. Now, a good little trick with preparing ginger that you may have seen me share in the other videos is using a teaspoon. It makes it really easy to just peel away the skin and you don't lose any of that beautiful ginger flesh in there. Just comes away really easily. And then it's all nice and clean to grate. So I'm going to use a microplane, a really fine holed grater. It's got a handy little cover that you can snap onto the back to catch all of your grated ginger or whatever it is you're grating. This is one of my favourite tools in the kitchen, just so handy. We need some lime juice as well. The recipe says 3 tablespoons, but we will taste and adjust at the end because of course a lime will vary in its flavour. 1 how our pumpkin's going. Okay, I think that's good. It's nice and soft when I poke a knife through it, so I'm just going to let that cool slightly before we put it into our food processor. Okay, so into our food processor we're going to put some chickpeas, and this is 1 tin that has been drained and rinsed, or 250 grams of cooked chickpeas. Got our garlic, our ginger, and a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin. Got a little bit of sweet chili sauce. And a pinch of salt. We will put some coriander in, but I'm going to wait until we've got it blended up a bit before we add that. So our pumpkin is cooled, and I'm just going to add that to the food processor as well. Okay, pop the lid on and give it a little whiz. Okay, I can see that the pumpkin is a little bit on the dry side, so I'm going to add a little bit of water just for the consistency. And now I'm going to bring in the coriander. I just don't want it to get lost in the blending. We want to still see flecks of green going through our dip. And let's taste. It's good, doesn't need a thing. And finish with a little bit of coriander. Maybe a few pumpkin seeds. And there you have it, Asian pumpkin dip. Enjoy.